What about the sexualization within, because we talk like from our experience of white women. However, I do want to mention the LGBTQ that we already kind of covered a little bit, being sexualized by the society, and women of color. Because I think like we suffer through, you know, bunch of stuff, and we do every day, but I do believe that those two categories even more, because like, as you
Mhm.
said, a guy could have multiple babies with different women and it's, you know, fine. But when a woman has a lot of children from different guys, that's worse. And I do believe I came across some like racist TikTokers where like this interracial couple, weirdly enough, was making fun of black women precisely, like having multiple babies, and then they did that, you know, themselves, and they were like literally making fun of that, which is fucking wrong. However, there is a stigma to think certain way about certain women of color, like Indian women, black women, Asian women, you know. And so as LGBTQ, as we talked about like lesbians, you know, oh, you're lesbians. Do you remember this story on news, like the two lesbian girls were beaten nearly to death on the bus in London because some pricks asked them to kiss because they're lesbians and they wanted a show, and girls said no, and two or three guys beaten them up on the bus just
What?
because they're all
I didn't know that.
lesbians. And guys are like, oh, you lesbians, make out, because it's like, again, a very wrongly porn image, and they were beaten like the
Yeah.
blood was out. What do you guys think of that?
That is
Well, besides that
that
it's
is
wrong.
horrible.
That is
That is horrible.
precisely.
And yeah, that is horrible. Oh my God. That is to start. It's like is damn, I had no idea. I'm sorry.
That was beginning
It
of
is fucked up.
2020. It would not even like going back in like 10 years,
Really?
even 5. It's been like last year.
My thing
It
is,
is fucked up.
it's super fucked up. Like I think of it, those guys, if they had sisters and somebody beat their sisters up, they would feel like strongly about it. Like I have sisters, like
See?
shit
Right.
like
We
that.
don't
That
know
shit
more of
enrages me.
that.
Yeah.
Because every
Oh
guy
no no.
there had mother or has mother, right? Which is
It's
woman enough.
definitely.
Yeah.
So why are you not like comparing that?
Yeah.
That
It's
is,
fucked up.
yeah. Uh, I mean,
But you
even
know,
like women of color, like why even they're like sexualized more, or like, you know, like not like being sexualized, but even being slut shaming
so
more.
like how you mentioned like a slavery example, because like when you look at it, like just me being black and knowing a little bit of history, when they seen these women from Africa, they were built different, you know. They weren't built like the
Hmm.
European women. So there's like, oh, these women are like they're built different and they have a lot of kids. So they just like, okay, these women are hypersexual because they have a lot of kids, which you know, it wasn't really even like that back in those days. And just because they were built in, like you see, like black women are shaped different, and when they're shaped different, like another like, oh, you know, they'll sexualize her to the death. Like I know black people, we do it, we sexualize our women to death, but I think like other people who see them, like, oh, this person's so look at that ass, you know, they do stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I feel like just all based off of the looks and just from what happened years ago when, you know, it's like you seeing something new, like a unicorn, and it's like, oh, this person, this is a finely shaped woman. Let me over sexualize her. Let me think about the things that I think she should do, or let me think about things I think she should wear, stuff like that.
And I think when I
Yeah.
said like black men and black society per se is trending now, this is where black men also like going through that phase now, where girls want to have that experience with like BBC, right? For guys who doesn't know, girls who doesn't know, it's a big black hawk, shortly BBC.
I met a girl. Well, I never met her in person. I met her through WeChat.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, I don't even remember how I met this girl from China. and living in America, and she was obsessed BBC, like
Yes.
obsessed with it,
Yes.
like
So
hypersexualizing
many.
men,
See, look at the
like
D. He
full
takes
of,
it as a compliment. Are you D?
Oh, it's just funny to me. It's funny to me. Like I don't
it is,
understand.
it was hilarious the whole time. She
Yeah, it
was
was
obsessed
hilarious.
with it,
However,
like it
it
was
is
no
like
one day.
it is wrong because like black guys have feelings as well. You cannot just go there
Of
and like,
course,
yeah, like let me grab that dick. Come. That's
it's
also
like I
rude.
have a
Like,
brain too.
yes, I mean, because like the whole idea of that, because of like, ooh, like well, legend, not legend, whatever, like BBC is particularly to a certain type of man. So I mean, that is also fucked up.
Yeah, I now that you said it, we get sexualized that way too. We do
Right?
definitely,
Yeah, definitely. Like
especially being in
I've seen girls that are obsessed with black men,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
especially
like
being
a
in like
full
foreign countries.
obsession.
Foreign
Yeah,
countries, like I was in Japan and like people walk up to you, touch on you, like, oh, you're so strong. I'm just like, yo, get away from me. It's weird.
Yes.
Now,
yeah,
now, yeah, I've been sexualized for yeah. Like they come touch your hair, feeling like, oh, you're black, so you must be strong and you must have this, you must have that. I'm like, look, I'm a human being.
I swear I nearly got beaten in China once. I went on a date with a black guy, and the girl was so determined to take him from me, which I like, it was the first day. It was like, whatever, like, we're just getting to know each other, blah, blah, blah. And she was so determined. She literally put her hand on my shoulder and like pushed me back from my date because bitch was that thirsty. I was like, whoa.
Where
Like,
was y'all at?
what?
huh?
Was y'all at like a bar or something?
Yeah, it was like, it was a bar street in the town where me and Bea lived. So yeah, she was so determined that, she was like, bitch, bye-bye. Thanks for bringing him in. I was like, the fuck? And the dude was so weird. Like, I think that was the first time a bitch tried to fight another girl, like, for him. He was like,
For him.
his eyes were like huge. He's like, what is happening? What is happening? And I was like, yeah, girl, you leave or you know, I'll beat your ass up because like that's disrespectful.
Definitely.
And like, but
In many ways.
can you imagine what was going in her head? And that's the thing, he wasn't the only black guy there, you know? I just
No,
feel
she liked that one.
Yeah,
hmm?
she like yours. She like yours.
She
She's
liked
like,
yours.
and I'm taking it. And I was like, bitch, no. Well, yeah, well, like we didn't fight because that's I wouldn't do that. But that was hilarious. So yeah, I mean, I think black men for the past a decade or even more, like, were very sexualized without like,
Definitely.
but you guys take it like as something okay, la, not something like, oh, I'm being sexualized, But it was
Nah,
offensive. Don't you
nah.
agree when like people touch on you without
Yeah,
like your permission?
we don't take it as a compliment because sometimes it sounds crazy. They're like, oh,
Sounds racist.
you're cute for a black guy, or I
Mm,
know black, yeah, shit like that. So it's just kind of like you
that
don't.
is a comparison where like, oh, you pretty and smart. That is
Yeah,
equal
yeah,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Going back to the women of color and sexualization, I think is definitely way worse than for us than it is
Yes.
for us. It is already fucked up for us. And I can say that based on a conversations that I had last year when I was having conversation about around rape culture, around rape, that theme. And some friends were talking about this and how the percentage of black women being raped is as crazy as 9 out of 10
Yeah.
have ever been, like, you know
Yeah.
so like I compared to like other races, other colors, and it's not like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. So that's a sign of how bad it is for them.